Dying. I'm dying. My watch is on upside down. What is going on with me? I'm already sweating. My watch was on upside down. Hi, Rebecca. How are you? It is Thursday. TGIT. Hi, Kim. Thank God it's Thursday. You know what that means. That's right. Casino day. It is my casino day. Nobody can take that away from me. It is my right. It is my plight. And it is my duty to donate to the local tribes of Sky River. I don't know what tribe they are, but you know, it makes me happy. Y'all, can we talk about some feminine bullshit? Can we discuss the pain, the agony, the disruption, the struggle, everything going along with being a woman? BJ, cover your ears. Aw, thanks, Jenna. You were sweet too. Good morning. The sun is out, the birds are chirping, and the blood coming out of my vagina is like, I don't know what. Y'all seen those waterfalls that are grand and beautiful? Well, that's what my vagina's doing right now. It is bleeding. It's got a flow that I have never seen before. I'm dying. I'm dying. Y'all, after I put the jaws of life in, I inserted the jaws of life. You know, the plastic applicator with the claws. Look, no, I have not been to the store to get my cardboard ones yet, but I took care of business and then I saw what? Yeah. I'm a pain in the ass. My vulva is defying everything right now. It has taken everything for me to run. It has taken every ounce of my soul to be here because I feel like I'm dying. Catch me, I'm falling. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, so I have nicknamed the plastic applicators of tampons the jaws of life. Be careful. So I learned something today. Y'all whoever uses the jaws of life applicator, do you poke the jaws down? My friend on Zoom said, girl, you poke the claws down before you insert it. What? How does that happen? You what? Huh? Yeah. So then we had another Zoomie who took out her daughter's tampon. No, not, from the cardboard box, and had to do a demonstration. Anybody else do that? Anybody else do that? Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying, it's tough being a woman. I'm tired. I hurt. My back is hurt. My sides are cramping. And my vagina is gushing. And it feels swollen. You ever feel that way? Swollen. Like a baboon in heat. Now, if you ever Google, if you ever Google what a baboon in heat looks like, their backsides are enlarged and red. Now, Millie Pig, sorry Jenna, maybe that was my fault. Millie Pig also does that when she's in heat. Her vag gets large, puffy, and red. Sure does. Anywho, all right. Morning, Barb. Yeah, so that's how I'm feeling today. Kind of down, kind of deficient. And B, don't worry. I'm sorry. You know, they say when you're around people, you know, hi, Kathy, thank you for commenting. Nobody has talked in like 5 minutes over here. I got my subscriber live on chat only. And anywho, yes, I told you, B, I'm fine. I take plenty of vitamins every day. Yep, I do. So, I caught up on some shows last night after the live. By the way, Dan is no longer living in this house. Just so you know. The truth is going to come out. We are definitely splitting up. It's looking weird. It's glitching. He says it's fine on my part. He pissed me off last night. I kicked him out. I said, get the hell out of my house. If you don't believe in my way and my way only, get out. Get the hell out. He packed his bags and he left. He went on a plane to Nigeria to meet Marilyn Blueberry. He's out. That guy pissed me off so much last night. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I need a husband that will support me. I need a husband that will lift me up when I'm falling. I need a husband that's going to cater to my every need, my every want, and my every desire. I have told him if he doesn't shape up, I'm done. I can't handle the lack of partnership we're in. I told him I would keep Ed. He can go. It's not like he does anything anyway. Y'all, I can't joke with you. Dan's done with me too. He said, you know what, Bish? I can't handle you either. The trolls are right. I believe in the almighty troll's words. Your tone is horrible. You treat me with disrespect. You make fun of me every day on your videos. You make me feel like I'm unworthy. I can't do it. I finally believe in the troll's words. You are mean. You are incapable of love. You are incapable of not being a narcissist. I will no longer live with your narcissistic tendencies. You're horrible to the animals. You're horrible to me. The only people you truly love are your children. Sometimes they piss me off. However, I was really shocked. I got a Venmo from Jennifer yesterday. Now, is this a sign of her growing up? So, she's my taker, right? She takes finances, right? She has a credit card. All my kids have a credit card. They should have a limit. Jennifer typically is the one who over exceeds her limit. So I made a very fine line in the sand for her. The next one up is Andrew. He's like this guy. Hannah's always been very diligent with just staying within the lines, and she always stresses out when she knows. Like, she's like, Mom, I'm gonna be over like $60. Do you want me to pay you back? What do you want me to do? Yeah, that's fine. So Jennifer Venmo'd me, and I noticed her credit card was higher. I just don't say anything. I'm an enabler. I told you guys that. But she warned me. She said, Mom, I spent a little bit more extra. I will pay you back. I just needed like a friend. So yesterday I was like, why did Jen Venmo me? And she did. She Venmo'd me $200. She said, thanks for the extra help last month. I needed it. And she put a little heart. A heart. A heart. Now, Jennifer's not an emotional, giant. She never uses emojis. The only emoji she ever uses is the flip off one. I think she's one of her favorites. And I'm dying. She did that. And I thought, you know what? And then I was like, shit, I feel bad, right? Because I know she needs it, right? I know she's like, I have a little bit extra this month. Thank you for the loan. And then I'm like, fuck, should I send it back? I mean, I feel guilty because I know in the end, I give her money. You know what I mean? And she really can't afford it. So whatever it is, whatever I do, I've decided that maybe I'll surprise her here and there with an extra $100. I do that with Hannah sometimes. Because Hannah has made every attempt possible. At first she's like, I need X amount of dollars. So, to live in San Diego. So, Hannah, I'm going to just tell you, she needed $1,000. But as she was working, and I said, well, Hannah, that's a lot of money. But let's remember, you need me to help pay for school. And so you need to do your best to take away from that $1,000 as much as possible because we're cutting into when you really need it, So she was like, Mom, I realized that I technically only need $500 a month. So I said, perfect. So she really tried because she tries hard because she knows. So she always does the best she can. And, and so I always appreciate it. And I always, sometimes if I know she's going out, I'll send her $50 or I'll send her $100. Now don't get it twisted. So I still give, they still pay gas. I still pay their gas. I pay their phones. I pay everything else. So they're not but extra spending money. Yeah. They all get amnesia. Even Andrew. Hi, Frogman. Now, Andrew's biggest spending, I don't care if he goes out and he buys food, right? It's the costly video games. He doesn't realize how quickly, and we have a family share plan, so everything gets charged to my account. He doesn't realize, you spent $400, $5.99, $7.99, grows up, accumulates really quick. Barb, I saw something about an empath. Being an empath sometimes is a curse. It's a blessing, but it's a curse. On your garage door. I know, silicone. I use silicone. So none of my kids are smokers. Howler, only Dan. It's so expensive. So he's stopping your work here in the next week. So I'm like, bruh, you're gonna have to cut it out. You know what I mean? Hi, Erica. So I was really impressed that Jen, I'd probably send her $100, back and just say, hey, the attempt, I may not always do this, right? But I know you need it. So I appreciate it. Because that's what I do. I feel guilty Does anybody else feel guilty when their kids pay them back and you know they really can't afford it? Hi, Daniel in Ghana. Great name. I don't know. Is it just me? Because I know she can't afford it. So, I don't know. I mean, I gotta cut the cord somehow. Dan gets mad at me all the time. Thanks, Camila. Thank you. I feel bad. And Dan's like, I mean, at some point, we can't continue to do this, right? I mean, they're expensive between car insurance and phones and everything else, and helping them with food and other things, I probably, with all my kids, just in incidentals, I give Jennifer and Hannah $500 a month, just cash. Then they have my credit card. Hannah probably spends, about $500. She tries to stick to $500 on gas and groceries. Jennifer is only supposed to buy gas, and occasionally if she asks, she can buy groceries. It's a lot. Bag of money when we just to say thanks. Aw, that's cute, Jazz. It is like keeping two households. It really is. So, I mean, between car insurance, phone bills, the incidental stuff, I probably spend like close to $4,500 a month, maybe $5,000, on keeping their shit going. It's a lot of money. It's money I could be saving, or buy a nice car with. Yeah, I hope they do, Kathy. You always wonder, do they know? Do they really appreciate it? Everything's going up. I just went and got my dog her caddy shot, and it went up $40. I think I'm gonna call because it's bugging me. College kids are. And I really thought, I feel bad with my dog. She still has us. She pays $1,000 a year. Yeah, it is. I know. Jenna, that's us, right? When I, for that, yeah. In college, so when my kids were in competitive soccer, I always thought, God, all this money I'm spending, I would take competitive soccer days back. They are definitely more expensive now. I already have to pee, so I'm gonna try to wait until at least hit 2 miles. See, this is why I get myself in trouble. I can do it. Just another half a mile, and I can make it. I can do it, and this is why I leak. Yes, it costs. I mean, Hannah's in San Diego, so she is one of the most expensive places, right, to live in California. And I think her rent alone, she splits a 2-bedroom, and she's not in San Diego proper anymore. She's in a lesser, but still, she pays like $1,500 a month. And gas in San Diego is higher. You peed? You caught it? Oh, I'm fine. But it's expensive. I am going to the casino. Maybe I should put a Depends on. But it's expensive. I mean, everything's expensive. So I saw this TikTok yesterday and it made me laugh. It was this guy, and he had just gotten back from Target. And he was in his car and he's like, we have a problem. Target has a problem. You go into Target and they have, in certain areas, they have mouthwash and deodorant and soaps locked up, right? Because of the
unknown caller.
Because of the stealing, people lift those basic items. So he's like, this is a problem, Not only do I have to go in, right, and wait for somebody to unlock the cabinet to get my basic necessities, but he's like, Listerine, toothpaste, and deodorant that I needed $35. $35, right? He said 3 items, $35. That's the problem. That's why people are stealing, because life has gotten way too expensive. You know, he's like, or they're saying they take it and double the price of, you know, put it on the black market to make money. No, they're doing it because they can't afford to buy the basic necessities. He pulled out his Listerine and he said, who the fuck gonna be posting this on the black market? This is the problem. This is the problem with society right now. People steal because they can't afford to live, right? It is. Okay, I gotta go pee-pee. I can't wait. I'm not pushing it. Because I'm bleeding, I'm not pushing it. Hold on, give me a second. You know, Jan's always saying, you know, we gotta save as much as we can because life is getting expensive. You need to tell the kids to suck it. How do you tell your kids to suck it? Sorry, kids, can't help you out anymore. Because I can. It's just that I'm not able to, you know, save as much as I should be. A 16-unit apartment complex at the beach, 2-bedroom, coming up with 1 bath. Oh, geez. No, Mary. Hell no. No, Mary, no. So I won't do it. So Dan gets mad at me, right? But I won't do it because I can do it. So I will do it. So I don't get to save as much. Whatever. Guess you have to figure out a way, Daniel, son. That's what you got that big JD doctorate for. You know what I mean? Fuck. Aaron, I typically walk lately it's been 5 and 6 miles, but today is not gonna be that day. Wasabi. Wasabi. Yeah, well, it's on the beach though. It's on the beach in San Diego, 1 bedroom, which is not too bad, you know, fermented shit. No fermented, although my insides are, but I'm not eating them. Make your own channel. This is my own channel. Thank you for being so aware, DJ. Thank you for being so aware. You seem like an intelligent dude. I still pay my $33,000. Yeah. And I pay marks. Don't ask, I don't know. I don't know. So every time Dan brings up the kids, I bring up Mark's phone plan. You know? Bahook? Shit. The fuck is Bahook? I already found out what Balut is. What do I really want to know what Bahook is? Still drinking coffee. By off-brand human food. Yeah. Isn't that funny? We must buy the generic. But yet, my kids and my fur babies get everything. Top of the line. Bahook? No, Balut. Balut is the, hi Silo, thank you. I think my subscriber live over here is dead. Nobody's talking. For sale in Kentucky. Who wants to live in Kentucky? Aaron, who wants to live in Kentucky? I don't. A small fish sitting in salt and vinegar. Oh, it's alive? It's alive when you put it in the vinegar and salt. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? La Jolla? Oh, jeez, yeah. It's cost too expensive. I mean, even Sacramento back in the day, was cheap. Cheap. So we decided to hang our shingle here, right? And live. And now, fucking this shit is even expensive. Who? New York. GSR, you are a diamond in the rough. Shine bright like a diamond. I need to go pick up wrenches. I've been doing that for the last 2 weeks. Catching up. I'm exhausted. I'm broken. And I'm hurting. Give it a fry. Give it, huh? We hung our shingle out here because we're from the Bay Area, which is much more expensive. I know everybody's sleeping over here. You guys are boring today on the TikTok. And San Jose is at least, yes. Yeah, it was expensive. We couldn't live in San Jose. So that's why we stayed in Sacramento. And now it's just as expensive. Not really. Ed is still sleeping. He came out and said hi this morning, checked on things. He had one sock off, one sock on, and he giggled. So he's fine. Today's shower day. It's casino day. So my appointment's at 9:10. So I'm gonna leave my house about 8:45-ish. Go to my appointment, which my PT, my neck and my jaw have been crazy. And then I'm gonna come home, shower, give Grandpa a shower, and then head out to the casino for some time. I like going earlier, beats the rush, and then I get home in a decent time. You did have some good sleep. Philippines. I want to try Philippines food. Filipino food. Philippines. I figured how I can get y'all to adopt me. What, so I can pay for you? Ken, there's not enough money. I couldn't, if I had to take in one more person, one more stray off the street, I wouldn't be able to go to the casino. Yes, it is stress, Kathy. Oh, shit, yeah. Philippines. Laotians. I love Thai food. So Dan loves Thai food, GSR. But he doesn't eat, fermented organs or anything like that. He loves the pad Thai and the salad rolls with cooked shrimp. You know what I mean? So he found a good place. So he's happy about it. How many languages do I speak? I speak, let me tell you, you ready? Texas Red. I speak English. I speak Danielese. I speak French. I speak a little bit of Spanish. I speak Ed. And I speak Dan. How many languages? That's a lot. Yeah. Cerveza, por favor. Una más. La baño. Guacamole. Tortilla. Queso. And nobody knows anything about the Edlinge. You gotta be in tune to the doctor. You gotta understand and read his eyes read his soul and read his body language. Dan, it's a whole different language. I don't think I can talk about that one. Nope, don't think so. Oh, in Italiano. I speak Italiano. Buonasera. Ciao, bella. Vino. Pasta. Caliente. Is that Spanish? Y'all talking about food over here. Su casa e ma casa. Su casa e mi casa. Mi casa e su casa. Is that how it goes? Bruh. Y'all talking about food. Should we return to blood? Fermented blood? Fermented organs? Brain cancer survivor. Oh, Kathy. Well, he's still there. He's still kicking, man. Yeah, that's amazing. So is French. So is French. Let's chat. Where is everyone at? G-Man. G the man. Oh, you have somebody bitching. What's G-Man saying? How did I miss him? Who's G-Man? The lady is so full of herself. Oh, so everybody who has a social media is full of themselves? Because that's what you're saying. But you're here watching and bitching and complaining. Isn't that funny? Isn't that ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic. And I really do think it's like rain on your wedding day. It's a troll on a creator's live, throwing out insults and stupid remarks, but they always think it's them. A little reflection would do you some well, because once you grow up, you will begin to tell that it's your own projection that creates your anger and negativity that spews out your mouth. But isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Because I know it is, but you're all too dumb to realize it, because you think you're right, but you are not. And hopefully soon somebody will smack you upside your head, and then you will get a clue. Oh yes you will. Maybe it'll knock some sense into your pea-sized brain, and then you can tell that it is your fault and all your miseries, because who in the right mind would bully and be mean? Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic, but you trolls really need to think. Woo! How's that? I'm low on iron. I'm low on my vocal cords. I went to turn my fan on. I realized I turned my speed up and my incline up instead of my fan. Shit. G-Man. Always the tough man, you know? The insecure male who has to put their handle name as G-Man. That's right. G-spot finder right here. Come over here, little girlies. I've got something for you. And I know where to diddle, because I'm like P. Diddy too. Yes, life situations can sure make us stronger. They either make us stronger or they kill us. They smash us. The G-spot. Tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle. Or maybe the prostate, either one. I don't know. You're about to make pho noodles. GSR. Does your G stand for G-spot? Sally Raphael. G-Man could not find a pussy. Just roll them in some flour and find the dicky-do. Look for the indentation in the flour. You know what I mean? And you too can see the dicky-do. Geraldine? Is your name Geraldine? Does the G stand for Geraldine? Oh, shit. Oh, I'm tired. 3 miles is taking forever. I feel like I've been running all night long. What is happening to me? I'm dying. Geraldine. Just call her good old Jerry for short. Jerry GSR. The fermented woman. Geraldine. G-force. God, can y'all speed this shit along for me? Geraldine. Gertrude. What would you like better, Gertrude or Geraldine? Geraldine, Sally, Ramona. I don't know. Fuck, I gotta walk. This is bullshit today. Y'all, I'm dying on the vine. Y'all bored over here on the ticky talk. GSR likes Gertrude. I see it. G.I. Joe. Too much talk. Well, then you're in the wrong place. Do y'all not, Garfield? Do you not, you're an orange pussy? Pussy? I'm Garfield the pussy. Yes. I know, I made it. Yeah, so Dan's grandmother was a Gertrude too, and we named our dog after her. Don't ask, Dan has the thing. And she was a Gertie, with a T, not a D. O.J. Simpson died? What? Okay, so I'm on a live, so I shouldn't talk. What? Who? What do you do? Everybody congratulate. Yes, I hit 100,000, you guys. I hit 1,000. 1,000. Fuck. I need to go to bed. Or I need to go to a slot machine and try to invigorate my soul and get it back running the right way. Yes, I hit over 100,000 last night on YouTube, which was a fun little ditty about Danielle and her journey, going from 0 to 100,001. It was fun. So yes, everybody saw it. I guess they were watching while we were on the live. I didn't think I was gonna hit it until today, but I did. So I'm excited, you know. I'm excited. That was that monumental reach. And I feel like, you know, it's once you hit that first, I can't wait, you know. It was the first 20,000, and then it was 50, and then it was 100, and then I was like, I can't wait for that. So that was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. So I'll get a plaque, I think, if they still do that. And I think it's a big monumental thing on YouTube. I think 100,000 is a really big thing. So that was fun. Yeah. It hit last night, Texas, on our live. When I got off my live last night, I had 100,088. And then I lost a couple because they probably saw my sermon speech the other day, or the abortion rights. So, you know, whatever. You know, and then I gained one back. OJ, the murdered dead. He was murdered? He was murdered? Was he really murdered? Where's my... Wait. Thank you, Trish. Oh, what happened? Lindy, when you're asking if I'm alone, that's kind of creepy. Are you alone? What? I know. Oh, prostate cancer. I need to dermaplane. So today, before I go to the casino, I have to dermaplane my face. Because my mustache is growing in, my nose hairs are growing out. Diddy did it. Does anybody know where Diddy was? Approximately at the time that OJ passed. If the glove fits, you must acquit. If the fingers are diddling, it must be Diddy. What? Lindy, don't be stupid. That's stupid. Nobody can make me feel 25. Y'all, coming from a guy who is, I can't. Yeah, OJ just passed, I guess, Renee. Anywho. Yeah, the diddler. Don't be a Diddy. Ever. Y'all. Who speaks Spanish on here? Not me. Not me. I say hola, right? Gracias. Hola. Oh, did I say that? Uno cerveza, por favor. El baño. OPP. Yeah, you know me. Are you down with OPP? Every last little lady. Can I speak Hindi? No. Not even gonna try it, because I probably get blocked. Si casa, su casa, mi casa, e su casa. What am I cooking today? I ain't cooking, Rebecca. I am going to Ching Ching. Do you use a Renee? Nope, I don't. Hello in Singapore. What is happening? So no, I'm not cooking. That's on Dan. You know, I'll probably be back home because my money doesn't last that long, but so anywho, that's all my drama today. Tomorrow, nothing much. Saturday soccer game at 2:30, which is perfect because I can sleep in. Not really. I was sleeping in. Then Sunday, Delaney's soccer game indoor. But I'd rather go to that than her softball game at 9 on Saturday morning. So Auntie's just saying, I'll see her Sunday. You know what I mean? What do I think of same-sex marriage? What kind of question is that? Does anybody care? I don't give a shit about what color you are, who you like, what your sexual orientation is, how you feel like you need to change yourself. I don't give two shits. Do you, if that makes you happy? Do you? Any exercise goals? Just to keep exercising. At my age, all you can do is pray to continue. Do you play nickel? I did dabble in a little quarter slots the last time. Mostly pennies, but I've been going up to the Knicks. Yep. You got a little poop on your son's bus? What are you doing on your son's bus? Ice nuggets. God, those nuggets are the best. Especially with a mixed drink or sody pop. So I always start off with the pennies. I get about $100 of free play. I play that out. I cash it out if I hit anything. And then I use the rest to play. And then I take a little bit of money out. Because, you know, I give myself a limit. And if I blow it all, then, well, it just makes me not be able to go. She tooted on the kid's face. Toot, toot. Why were you on your son's bus? Were you on a field trip? Were you on a field trip? I'm assuming. You tooted and you weren't embarrassed? I would be so embarrassed. I took my zoomies upside. Thank you, Tara. I took my zoomies upstairs with me to poop this morning. I did. I did it mostly to piss somebody off, but you know, she doesn't like pooping. She doesn't like pooping stories. So I took them up with me and I pooped. I did mute when things were getting a little dicey, and I did turn the video off when I had to wipe my ass. Just because, you know, and I dropped something, I went to pick it up, and the camera moved, so everybody almost saw my vulva. Yeah, that's why you don't put videos on, you know, while you're pooping or peeing. With lemon Fanta today. Yeah, Linda, we're getting too old for it, but we still do it. I love my alcohol. It's my thing. It's my guilty pleasure. It's one of the only few pleasures I have in life, is because I don't fern, you know? I don't like to fern. And so I need something. And you know, the trolls are gonna enter and come on and say, you don't need anything, that's addiction. No, it's not addiction. There's a difference to me what addiction is. Do I look forward to my drink every day? Absolutely. Yesterday, I poured myself a glass of wine at 3 after all my, sorry. After all my yard work. I love a beer or a glass of wine. And actually it worked out yesterday because I'd worked nonstop. And so at 3 o'clock, I was like, I gotta do my back because my back hurt. And so I put my heating pad on it. I poured myself a glass of wine. I sat down and I read for over an hour with my 1 glass of wine. It's wonderful. And then waited about an hour and a half, poured my 2nd glass, and then did the live. That's perfection. You know, that's not alcoholism. That's moderation. And alcoholism to me and to different people looks like different things. You know, waking up, shaking, you know, that type of stuff. Needing it to get through the day. I don't need it to get through the day. Having a glass or 2 of wine every day, and sometimes a bottle, depending on if I start early and have a free day of just lounging and leisure. I don't think it's a bad thing. You know, I don't think it's a bad thing. It's something that I enjoy, I relax, and it's peaceful. I don't have to get up and start drinking in the morning. I don't drink all day long. I stop. 4 glasses really is the max I can do. Yeah, and I don't hide my habit. Here it is. Yeah, and plus, why not enjoy life and enjoy the things you enjoy? You know, I used to be so, yes, addictions can progress for sure. But I'm not like that with that. I've always handled my alcohol in the same way. And this is what works with me and for me. I don't progress ever because my body has this shut off valve. When I hit, if like, say at 1 o'clock on a Sunday, I start reading or watching movies and I decided I want a glass of wine. My bottle, thanks Carolyn. My bottle may be done by 4 or 5, right? I don't open up another bottle. My body's just like, okay, you're done. You know, you're done. I have this switch. Yes, Vanessa. No, it doesn't cause my life to be negatively affected. Sometimes, of course, if I drink late at night and I have a whole bottle, talking with friends or, you know, socializing with my Zoomies or whatever, then I may not wake up very happy, but I still get up, I still function, I still do my things. No. Does Dan anything? You guys don't listen to me. My husband doesn't think about doing things special for me. It's just not his way. He didn't even plan my 50th birthday party. You know, he didn't plan my 40th. I plan it. Or me and my friends plan it. You know? Yeah, Linda, you know, I have to stop beating myself up because I get in these moments where I'm like, I start second guessing myself. Because of my parents, right? My dad was an alcoholic his whole life. He was a pill popper, which I didn't know that until he died. And my mom was a binge alcoholic. And so I think part of my ability is to not do it. Ew, GSR, cuties. Hi, Gina. So I just have always, back in the day, I was a binge drinker, right? When we were younger. I didn't drink all week. Then Dan and I would go and party all weekend. To me, that is more detrimental to the body than having a couple drinks every night, right? Or a bottle once a week. That I think was more horrible. It killed me for the week when we were young, right? And I would feel guilty about that, and so now that I've gotten older, I used to worry throughout. Like, there are times I remember thinking I put on these weird rules for myself. Like, okay, you can't drink during the week. Friday and Saturdays are okay. You can just do whatever. And then, like, during the week, sometimes I'd be like, oh, I can't drink. Even though sometimes, or I'd be like, okay, and then I would be like, only one drinking day a weekend, because I would start getting in my head. And then there would be days that I wanted like a drink with lunch, and I would never do it. Be like, God, I really want to drink. And I would talk myself out of it. Dan would judge me. Now I don't give a fuck. If I want it, I'm going to drink it. Whether he looks at me side eyes or not, I do it, and I don't have a problem. I don't act like an idiot. And I listen to my body. Now, Emily, I can't say that if I didn't go out with girlfriends and we went out on the town that I wouldn't drink more, right? Because that's a situation that, you regret the next day, but you have fun doing it. But I wouldn't do that by myself in my house. That's not what I'm about. I enjoy the relaxation. I enjoy the come down. I enjoy the way it relaxes me. And I'm very high strung. I like to sip, and I do love to sip. There's just something now with my reading, and I I know sometimes Dan's looking at me, because sometimes it's like 3 o'clock, and he looks at the clock, and I'm like, I'm reading my book. One of my favorite things to do on the weekend when I have a day, and everything's caught up, is to sit, read, and drink my wine. Like, there is no better way that I would want to spend my weekend. And if it starts at 8 p.m., who fucking cares? The bottle will last me for 4 hours. I typically drink about, depending on the day, a drink an hour, or drink 1 glass of wine for 45 minutes, So I love it. That's my new thing. Yay me that I can find something that I finally will embellish in. When it gets warmer, I'll sit outside with my wine and read. How wonderful. Sounds like an amazing hobby. Wine and reading with Danielle. So yeah, I don't think it's bad, and I gotta stop beating myself up. And sometimes I think, and that's why I think I get so hyper-focused on the idiots, who are like, oh, of course, here she is drinking again. It's like, God damn, maybe you need a drink. You're so bitter. But I also woke up to, I grew up with Ed, you drinking another glass of wine, Janice? And then she became high, she hit it, So, because nobody wants to hear that shit. So I think that's why it gets me so triggered, is because that was my child years, And so when people mention something to me, it literally gives me anxiety from that PTSD, But I will not, it's one thing I will never do. I will never hide it because my mom did, and I don't think that's a proper way. My mom drank. She was a binge alcoholic, so she would go weeks without drinking, and then she would just be on a couple-day bender, right? She'd get home from work, and she would hide her alcohol, and then she'd be passed out. She drank to numb. She drank to run. She drank to just pass out, right? I mean, how much of that in her life was she tormented, by? My dad, I think his pill addiction came from a major injury when he was younger. And I never knew. I knew he drank because he was around it. And he enjoyed it. And then eventually my dad was always problematic, So I think he drank, he was also bipolar. So I believe that also, fucked up his drinking, made him feel good, right? It was his escape. And that's not me. I already know that that's not me. But no, I hate the hippie lettuce. I'm not, and if I did like it, I probably would do that, I have limits. I always have limits, but I'll be damned if I'm going to feel guilty about the things that I like, right? I'm not going to feel guilty anymore, and I don't, but I do, right? Because it does bother me sometimes. And I tell you the same thing. I call, my friend. I'm like, all right. She's like, we're not complaining about alcohol again, are we? I was going to say, nope. Danielle, you do not have a problem. Goodbye. All right. Do you think I got a problem? No. Girl, the fact that you're thinking about it, the fact that you're always on top of it, the fact that you're aware of it, no. And I'm not going to tell you this. This has been like a 20-year conversation. Get the fuck over it. Click. I'm not running. And I'm just relaxing and enjoying the rest of my time on earth. We all don't know how much time we have left, and I'll be damned, right? I'll be damned to not do something because I'm afraid of the potentials, or, I'm not popping pills, I'm not doing any of that stuff. When you were cooking spaghetti for dinner, and Dan, and then just came in, Miss Joyner, and he looked scared. Can you believe somebody was on that video? And I can't tell if they were joking, but it doesn't look like they were. So I responded something in a way to where I could be joking or serious. And the way she responded was a yup. So I think she was serious. So she basically said something about the sign of abuse in Dan, right? Basically saying, I beat the shit out of my husband. So when he came around the corner, and I said, why you look so scared? And she's like, and of course, because the video was on, he could not be, he had to play for the camera and not show his true, concern for his next beating. What? It was better than that, but, so I can't tell. So if you could go on that video and see what you feel from that written thing, do you think she was serious? Do you think she was serious? Because I think she was. So before I rip her head off, I want to make sure y'all feel the same way. He did. Well, because he was like, what's going, because the way I came around the corner, the one I posted today on Mrs. D. Cell NorCal, and I posted on YouTube too. But it's on TikTok. It's not on YouTube. So just look, because she was like the fifth comment this morning, and I was like, she said Dan looks scared. Dan looks scared. I was like, oh my God, is she serious? Is she serious? So like I said, I responded in a way that could be serious too. I'm like, yeah, it's quite obvious. I beat the shit out of him Could you imagine me wailing on Dan? For the love of Pete, people. For the love of Pete. Are you serious? Are you serious? Dan's a pussy, but he's not that big of a pussy. You know, if I swung at Dan, do you not, hi Stacy, I mean, what do you think? You think he's that insecure with himself and I have that much power over him that he's gonna allow me to wail on him? Come on. I mean, come on. Y'all, I mean, how do you really feel about Dan? You know? How do you really feel about Dan? Yes, when he sings, fuck. Last night was pissing me off. So I just can't believe people really think these things, you know? That people think these things. Yeah, like Dan's gonna allow me to beat the shit out of him. Oh God, you never know what alcoholics will do. Lord have mercy. He's a pussy. Yeah. Take it, baby. If anybody's doing any beating, it's in the bedroom, and he likes it. Gina, I left it too. Just because it interrupts my sleep. Oh yeah, menopause fucks it up. So Santi's mom, here's what I learned about that. So if you want some learning experiences about alcohol and menopause, because it does change. Most women, it does change. So Gina, I left Dan's live when I stayed on TikTok, YouTube. So my friend, who I always would call and say, am I an alcoholic? Girl, shut the fuck up, click. She said, because she hit menopause before me, or Perry, you guys get so technical sometimes. And she was like, girl, you gotta start day drinking. You gotta start day drinking. Because what happens is, it allows our body to metabolize. So you can't drink for 2 hours, or like for me, it has to be like 4 hours before bed. 4 hours before bed. Because of the sleeping patterns and the metabolizing of the sugars and all that stuff and the alcohol itself. So I drink earlier now. If I know I'm gonna have like 4 drinks, then I try to drink earlier so that way there's more time in between. I read it and it sounded like she made a jerk comment. Okay, so you think I was right in seeing that comment. So Sleeps went on there and she's like, I just looked at it. She goes, and it sounded like she made a jerk comment. So, okay, I just wanted to validate that that's what I was feeling from it. You're lucky, Gina. Yeah. Ed's never drank alcohol. Ed's never drank alcohol. Occasionally he would have like a half a beer, would never finish. So no. But yeah, so I can drink 2. I can't drink red though. Let's not get it twisted. So I'm pushing it if I have 2 glasses of red. 2 glasses of red. Red is completely different for me and my body during this menopause thing. Yes. So if you enjoy the drinking, and if you really don't want to give it up, day drinking is your thing. Day drinking is your thing. Red fucks me up, Christy. Red, he looks surprised. Yeah, right? She was serious, okay. Ed is gonna outlive us all. So I have to be careful on the red. One night, remember like 8 months ago, I drank a whole bottle talking to Jennifer on the phone, and it fucking fucked me up. I felt like I was hallucinating, you know? Dan does, but Terry, you have to understand, Dan also ferns. So he goes from one vice to another, right? So even though he may have 2-3 beers, then he ferns. You know, I'm done with my 2-3 drinks and I'm done. I don't go to another, vice. So, you know. So yeah, so red is hard for me, but I love red. And everything I have left now is red. So I need to go pick up more cream alcohol. Those things are just so fattening. I'm not a big I know wine sugar, but I can't do sweet drinks. I can't do sweet drinks. So the blended Baileys, that's like dessert. Put some whipped cream on it and you got yourself a blowjob. Isn't that what it was back in the day? Baileys with a shot of Kahlua and whipped cream was called a blowjob. I think it was. But yeah, so it works for me. It works. Jack and Coke is also good, Gina. It's on Mrs. D. Cell NorCal, my name page. Rum, I haven't tried rum in a long time. You know what I really tried the other day? I guys told you like a couple weeks ago. I like them both, Tara, but I can't drink red anymore. And that's all I get. Well, I can only drink like 2 glasses. So that limits me already. When I open up a red bottle, because I know I can't drink a whole one. But I can drink white. The Jack Daniel's honey we have in our freezer, Andrew bought that like months ago, but it has never. My favorite wine is Sauv Blanc. Now, is it butterscotch shot? Andrew, hold on. Oh yeah. I want to try. So Sauv Blanc. Sauv Blanc, I started with Chardonnay because Chardonnay, GSR. Whiskey I like. There's certain whiskeys that I do like. And I never used to like them, but now I do. And I can drink them with a splash of Coke. I really like the taste of alcohol. So yes, Andrew bought that. Oh, hold on, let me finish my wine thing. The Sauv Blanc is drier. So Chardonnay is buttery and more sweet. And I used to drink that a lot. But then I changed. I don't like it anymore. So Sauv Blanc is a little dry. So if you're just starting off with the wine, you might like this Sauv Blanc. Bye, Stacy. Have a good one. Yeah, like my friends started with like the Moscatos, which are pure sugar. Yeah, you know, and that's the thing, like, I enjoy the taste of something. And so if I don't like it, I won't drink it, right? Because it's a waste to me. I want to sip on something like good tequila. I mean, I'll take a shot just to enlighten people and have fun with people, but I would prefer to sip. I'm a sipper. I like to cook and sip. I like to cook, and that's why I use my wine glass a lot, because sometimes I know, like, I strategize my drinking. It's really weird. So I'm like, if it's too early and I want to save my relaxation for the live, I'll pour water in my wine cup and drink my wine, my water in my wine cup, hoping that it'll give me that, that feeling. And then, or sometimes I'll have like 1 glass while I'm cooking. And then in between, I'll pour my water in there. Can Andrew buy liquor? Yes, he can. I won't tell you how, but he can. So and then after I drink, right, my 2 glasses, I'll pour my water in a glass, because I really just like holding the glass. There's something about holding a glass. Hi, this is Memes. This is my hi. He wants love today. Absinthe? No, I don't know. But yeah, Andrew has a bottle of Jaeger and a bottle of Honey Jack in my freezer. It's been in there forever. So I don't think he's a big fan. It looks like it was barely drank. And then the other day, this is what I freak out about. This is what I freak out about. I'm like, ooh, I was going to go take it and mix it with something the other night. And then I was like, oh, what if they put something in it? What if they put like a psychedelic in it? And that's why they're not drinking it. So then I stopped. I didn't drink it. So I have to ask. Hi, Jerry. How are you? I was early this morning.
Yeah, he doesn't come in very much. So when he comes in for loves, I try to give it to him because he's got schizophrenia. He's a schiz, but he is like such a love cat. This was one of my favorite brothers. Creams is his brother, so Andrew's cat. And he's a really sweet cat. His freckles, I love his freckles. Yeah, Tara, I just for the most part, like I love my Sauv Blancs. It doesn't really matter. I have a lot of like I don't buy the same Sauv Blancs unless they're from my wine club. But like any Sauv Blanc I have it a cupcake Sauv Blanc, which was good, and they're cheaper. A Josh Sauv Blanc. Kim Crawford is probably one of my favorite Sauv Blancs. So with the fairies on absinthe, does the absinthe really make you hallucinate? I know, Beams, but I gotta finish. I don't got a lot of time. Meow. Meow. Has anybody ever had absinthe? He's rubbing in between my legs. Long-haired ginger. Aww. Danielle, what book are you reading next? I'm reading Confess. Is that the Colleen Hoover book? It's called Confess. I meant to do something with it to show it. So I just finished Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. It literally took me like a day to read it. Oh, it tastes like black licorice. Oh. Yeah. I would say, just to be safe, 3 hours before bedtime. 3 hours before bedtime. I'm reading Fairy Tale by Stephen King. And now I'm reading Confess or something like that by Colleen Hoover. It's interesting. It's an interesting storyline. Has anybody read it? So basically, what it is it's this guy who, of course it's a love story, right? But it's a guy who random people leave their confessions. Like one of them, I'll give you an example. One of them was like, I'm so glad my husband and his brother look the same. So that way my husband doesn't realize that our child is his, and it's just totally anonymous. And people, write things and leave it. And then he does art based on what he sees based on those confessions. So maybe it's confession. And of course, it's a love story in with that, but it's an interesting premise. And so Colleen Hoover, I do believe those are real confessions. Those are real confessions from real people. So she had, part of the book was, I guess she asked people to send in their true confessions, and then they did it and she put them in the book. Yeah. Wine and exercise would have been your key to longevity. That rhymed. I've been rhyming lately. Did you notice that? I've been a rhymer. That's me, Danielle the rhymer. So anyhow, would I ever do a reality show? Yes. I think it would be fun. Depends. Like, I don't think I'll ever make a reality show with the money because I don't have the type of money that people have on those reality TV shows. But hi, Hip Senior. But I don't know. No live tonight. I don't know. It depends on what time I get to the casino, Twyla, and what time I get home. On the Friends show, I don't know if I can act like that. I mean, I could act like I'm good with my sarcasm, like banter and shit and making up stories, but she did do. I would be everybody's favorite character. So I caught up, speaking of characters, and then I gotta go. I caught up on The Valley last night. Anybody watching The Valley? Caught up on Vanderpump. And Jersey Shore. Anybody watching any of those? Anybody? I don't know. Big Red. Go Big Red. Jenna. Oh my God, Jerry. I was like, why did you mute my sweet Jerry? Did you hear me, Jerry, when that happened? My sweet Jerry. And she was like, oh no, it was an accident because she went to, anyhow, it happens. My sweet, sweet Jerry, my dumpling. Hang on, dumpling, we will save you. Oh my God, I love it, GSR. Gertie, lighten up a little bit with the easy on that. My sweet dumpling. Hello, hello, hello. Hang on tight, we've got you. Okay, so yeah, Jersey, the new one's on tonight. But did anybody? I have to talk about. I have to talk about when Snooki and Dina were hammered after the Harry Beaver or wherever they went, the Dirty Beaver, the whatever bar they went to, and they're both in the car looking at each other. Hello, hello. And it made me giggle. I literally was laughing out loud. And then they get home and they're so hammered. They can barely get in. Like their bodyguards have to get them in the car. And they get home and, I mean, she's gonna get wet. And they're eating and Snooki's like, oh God. I can't. Those two crack me up. Ugh. And then the Valley. The Valley. I think these women are crazy. Did y'all, like, for once, I think for once, I was on Kristen's side. For once. I think these bitches are dirty talkers, and then she just spoke the truth and she got in trouble. Anyhow, that's just my thing. And Vanderpump, fucking hate Katie, and I fucking hate Ariana. I hate them both. They just bug me. I love Lala. And I went through a period where I did not like Lala. So, if you like fun, that is the place to go and watch. Just mindless television. And it was just amazing. I don't know. Snooki and Dina, when they get together and they drink, it is hilarious. I just giggle so hard. I giggle. I didn't like this last Below Deck. I won't watch it because I couldn't get into it. You too, Rebecca. I can't watch it, but I've come to like Lala too. Lala is because she's really grounded. You know, she's not so closed-minded. You know how I say the closed-minded people are the ones who just stick to their thing, like Ariana and fucking Katie. They believe one way, and if you don't believe their way, then they're just like, what the fuck? I don't understand. You're her friend. Like, what? And it's bullshit because that's not the way life works. Lala has come a long way. So she is one of those people that she can actually reason with. And she feels bad. Like she met Joe, you know? I do too, True Ginger. I loved it. I love Captain Lee and I love Sandy. This other one that they have on this season, I don't like. I also like the other guy, the yacht one. I watched that one too, but this season I couldn't get into, so I just didn't watch it. She's come a long way. So, I don't know, you guys. It is just life, you know, and I just sometimes just want the mindless banter, the mindless silliness. You did meet Sandy and her wife? Which show has Lisa Rinna and Paris Hilton's mom? Beverly Hills, but not anymore. They're not on them anymore. Yeah. Oh, God, you have to. GSR, with the way you talk, I think you would... Oh, I never got into the Captain Jason from Australia, but he is hot. I would think you would enjoy the family vacations. Jersey Shore is so fucking funny. You did? Oh my God, Jenna, that's so... Did you recognize them? That is so funny. Yeah. Anyway. All right, you guys. Thank you, Addie, not 80. So I would have too. Captain Lee. Yeah, I just can't get into this new guy. I laugh and prank everyone. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm surprised you don't watch that show because it's fucking hilarious. It makes me giggle. Like, Vanderpump and The Valley are just tumultuous, just bitchy, reality TV. But Jersey Shore is just lighthearted and fucking fun with a tiny bit of drama. So I think it's fun. Anyhow, it just literally makes me giggle. And there's like Dan kept looking at me. Because he doesn't let me watch TV anymore. He doesn't let me watch TV in the room. He bitches now, Erica, when I have my night light on to read the book. When is that going off? It's bugging me. I'm like, okay, I don't have the night light on the side anymore. I use the book reader that Erica sent me, right? And that's too bright for you. You won't let me watch. Bye, Trish. You won't let me watch TV anymore. So then I brought in my fucking iPad and put my earplugs in. Oh, they do, Jenna? Yeah, and then he was bitching at that. I can't believe you're watching that. And I'm like, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Itch my back. Fuck you. Because it's like, you want me in here, but I can't do anything. You monopolize the TV now. And so I accommodate you. And now you're bitching because I have it on there. Can you, Dan, have a day there? Dan must go with this. And you said, he's always annoyed. And then he's like, why are you laughing at that? It's not, and I could barely hear him, but I could hear enough of a mumble. And he kept taking my hand to try to either put it underneath the covers or, and I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Well, yeah. And so I just sat there. I was up a little bit late. I was up there. I was up because I was like, if I'm not turning this stuff now, it's pissing you off. And I could have watched Grey's Anatomy, but I hear something. I hear a vacuum. I know it's not my house. That's funny. So anyhow, all right, you guys, go fart on your husband. I do. I'm going to throw a bloody toilet paper rag at Dan. Win big. I wish I would win big, but I probably won't. I'll probably be a loser like I always am. But I'm going. I'm going to have some fun. So don't count on a live just in case I'm not in the mood. It was a struggle to do the live yesterday, as you guys know. I was really tired and emotional. Fuck. And so it just depends on how my mood is after I get back from the casino. Depends on what time I go. But, if I come on, it's a surprise. If not, well, I'm sorry. Make sure it'll be nice and clumpy, like an embryo. Anywho, win 100,000. I should. Wouldn't that be fun if I won 100,000 from 100,000 YouTubes? Oh, 7 miles? Don't push it, Sadie. Don't push it. Anyhow, you guys enjoy your day. I love you. I will chat at you later. Patreon, those of you who have the Patreon. I do want to write a book. But I need a ghostwriter. Christy? I need a ghostwriter because I don't have the time to sit and write. I think it would sell. I think my book would sell. So, I love you guys. I'll definitely see you tomorrow morning. And don't count on a win. Just don't ask. If I don't share, don't ask, don't tell. Don't ask, because we probably know what's going to happen, but at least I have fun. So I love you guys. Phil, hang in there. GSR, get caught up on the Jersey Shores, and everybody else. Find something today. Find something that makes you smile. Find something that brings you out of a slump. I'm in a slump, I just feel my body's depleting right now. And I just feel so, today. But I still did it. I still came out here. I didn't do what I normally do, but I did enough to get me through, right? So hang tough. Do something. There's always a will. There's a way. Do it. You feel better about yourself either way. So you are important, you matter, and you are worthy. And your feelings are just that, your own. Listen to them. Sometimes we get those thoughts, we get those feelings that are valid, always valid. Do your best to set your boundaries with people. I don't know what that other thing was about. It didn't make sense. Do your best to set your boundaries, but don't let people rain on your parade. Keep your sunshine. Keep your sunshine. Love you guys. Ugh, my head. Bye. Good, Slick. Keep it up. I saw that. Emily, I love that I can help people exercise. I love it. That's one of my favorite things to do that people, I didn't even anticipate would happen. I didn't anticipate that people would start exercising because I'm just on here talking. So I can tell you that that makes me really happy. That's an accomplishment for myself. Hi, Darls. I'm just leaving. I gotta go. I gotta have an appointment with this. Ugh. Anyhow, thank y'all. Love ya. Bye.